Un, deux, trois. Oh. I never know how to start these things. Hi. So, if you guys saw the last video that I made recently like this, I just want to kind of make videos where I talk more and kind of just figure things out, because talking out loud, even if it's to people that aren't here, kind of helps me think, even if I can't get the words out properly, which I portrayed kind of poorly in the last part. But the whole last part I kind of went into was how I have struggled with depression and anxiety. And I feel like a big part that I didn't realize at first was confidence, where I don't realize how unconfident I am about things. And I didn't realize either that the sign of not being confident was literally belittling yourself. Because I wasn't trying to be like humble or anything, but I kind of just threw it in with everything else, where I was like, yeah, I don't like myself, and I don't like how I look, and all of this stuff, and I threw it in with that. And I realized that all of that builds up to confidence, and I'm not very confident as a person or as a creator. And so I want to work on that. And it would be really interesting to know anyone else who's honestly struggled with this and how you kind of fixed it or are in the process of helping with your situation. And I know not everyone's going to be the same, so your scenario may not work for me or someone else, but it would be nice to get the advice of just ideas on how to kind of sit down and be like, hey, I actually want to grow as a person, and whatever helped you, it may help me, and I would really appreciate the help. And it's part of my plan all next year. There's a ton of things that I want to do for all of next year's like revolutions. I would like to lose a lot more weight. It's kind of insane. So let's see. I would say about 6 months ago, I weighed about 165, and after the whole move and stress and me getting sick, I went up to about 190 pounds, and that's made me kind of self-conscious, and I'm planning on trying to lose weight. The problem is I'm not trying to build muscle, but just lose the weight. But I'm looking into things like that. I want to draw more often. That's something I would like to do, which hopefully comes in line with the thumbnails, because I'm gonna want to, well, not going to want to, I am wanting to start drawing almost every thumbnail. You know, we'll see how that actually goes, because that could take almost a day or two entirely just to get a thumbnail for one video, but we'll see what I feel like, flows, or what you guys honestly enjoy, and I want to test out more stuff like that. But yeah, I want to grow more as a person and grow more as a creator. And who knows, maybe I'll start doing like small little vlogs, like when I'm out doing things. But I definitely just have some goals that I'm putting forth. Like, I'm actually trying to also quit smoking. That one hasn't been fun. I've been smoking since a very young age. I started vaping and at the right age of not legalness. I started vaping around 16. Don't do it. But I started at 16 to get myself off of cigarettes. And funny enough, it worked. Until then I was just on vapes. And so at this point, I've actually worked my way down to 0. Yay. But it's still the stimming of breathing in the feeling of breathing something in and out, which is still bad, that's what I'm trying to fight with it. And it's been an up and downhill battle, but I'm getting through it, and that's the fun part, is I'm actually finally getting through it. I used to go through about a tank or two a day, and now usually it takes me about a day or two to go through a tank, so I'm proud of it. If anyone has tried to stop smoking, it's not fun. Just don't start. And I know everyone tells you that, but just don't. It's not worth it. But yeah, there's just a few things that I want to work on. I want to put myself out into the world a lot more than what I have, because just reasons. I feel very closed right now as a person, to the point where it's been hard to even emotionally express myself to people that are close to me. And that I've noticed is a problem, and I've felt so self-isolated from the world, especially since all this COVID stuff went down. I used to go out and I would go to parties. I worked a very front-facing job, and then I did a little bit of that, but that kind of all stopped over time, and it became just something I started struggling with more, because I already struggled with it before, and so I want to start working on that. And maybe, who knows, I'll start with more of a front-facing job, but I want to be more spontaneous and like rambunctious, if that makes sense. Not like in a bad way, but like in a fun way. I used to be, like, I don't want to use the word outgoing, but I used to be, if you got me in a comfortable space, I was very energetic, and I was talkative, and, I'd do weirder things and be more like trying to be like the clown, I guess you could say. I felt like I did more in the past than what I'm doing now, and I kind of want to work towards those things, I want to kind of not backstep, but at the same time just evolve and be like, hey, this was something that I've missed about my past self, and I would like to be more outgoing and talkative and meet people, and I'd like to, have a conversation without anything inside of me being like, I'm shutting down. Ugh. So that's the goal, And this video's already way too long. Like, it shouldn't have been this long in the first place, but just a fun update. I feel like I'm gonna start doing them at least maybe once a week, or again maybe I'll start like a small little blog. I mean, I didn't get this for no reason. I mean, I want to take good videos. I want to take good photos. I don't take photos with this that often, but I want to be more interactive and make content that is more, this is who I am. Come get to know me. I'd like to get to know you guys. I've mentioned that before, but yeah. Hopefully you guys join me on this weird train, and hopefully you don't get off too soon. See ya.